Okay, Miss Ivy, what made you fall in love with designing clothes?
My grandmother. My grandmother always had sexy vintage clothing, and I always imagined myself being in the time that she was living in.
Okay, well, tell me about your first outfit.
Actually, my first was a green silk Chinese dress that my grandmother had in her closet, and she was a stout lady. Stout meaning she was thick. And I saw it in her closet, and that was when I was really wanting to sew. I was sewing by hand before she had even let me get to a sewing machine. And I'd taken the dress and made it into something for myself. And when my grandmother saw it, she couldn't believe that I actually did it by hand. And then I saw a black lace blouse that she had, and I took that, and she had a lime green, like Leave It to Beaver looking dress, and I took the bottom of it, put the two together, and that was my Madonna dress. I had some black shackle little shoes, my black rubber bracelets on my arm. So those were my very two first dresses, but both of them reminded me, made me feel as though I was in a different time.
Okay, tell me about your love for African dance or African culture.
Oh my goodness, where can I start or where can I end? African dance saved my life. That's all I can say. It was truly my foundation to my life, where I am right now, and the answers to where I came from. So it completed me. That's all I can say, is that it completed me. I had wonderful examples in front of me, like from my grandmother to my aunts who all sewed on both sides of my family. My grandmother on my dad's side of the family, my grandmother on my mom's side of the family, my aunts on my dad's side of the family. Goodness, Sabrina Powell, she was a seamstress. She came to my fashion shows back when I was modeling for Laura Coleman at KT's Den. And then with African dancing, goodness, Shira Kamisi, like she was a woman who did her own silk screening. And my first African clothes that I thought were African clothes she gave me was a skirt and a blouse. I'll never forget it. It was like a violet color, and there was an African dance lady on the front of the skirt that she silk screened. And I was impressed, and the more and more I was around her and my experience from already knowing how to sew, I slowly changed over my look at school from being this grown woman to now it's like I regressed to being this little kid. So at 13, when I was looking like 20, when I changed my lifestyle and the way I dressed, I was at 19 looking like I was 12. So just as time went on, I just saw different styles. I had a love for African clothing and just made my own clothing, and it just went from there. Then throughout my years of African dancing in this community, kind of just like slowing down, it took, a backseat to my life, and I had to reinvent myself. So I started wearing shorter dresses, started wearing more revealing, and everybody like, wow, I didn't know you looked like that. I know you had that, because everything was about long skirts and head wraps, and some people say, I've never seen you without a head wrap. So style changed, and I changed with time. I still wear African clothes, still wear long skirts. I feel comfortable and safe and secure, but when I'm going into the clubs, it's a whole nother person.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't predict the future, but I would say I see myself designing for a company, an agency, for some models. I see myself doing that. I don't see myself sewing though, not at all. But designing, yes, I do.